It's recording, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Last time we had to re-record was
Like
because Tim
fucking-
was too stoned.
Yeah, last time that happened to...
Because we interviewed the guy from the Cannabis Museum. And he gave Tim these big vaporizing hit things.
Oh God.
And Tim didn't plug the guy's mic in. And he actually didn't talk
I
the
didn't
whole
talk
episode.
the whole episode anyway.
I
I
had
was
to
just quiet.
say everything. Because he was so stoned.
So we had to redo it anyway.
Oh, were you just greened out?
Yeah.
He was just like this.
Bro, and I couldn't even... every time he went to go talk, I'd want to laugh.
Yeah.
And the boys, the camera team and that were at the back there, and they were looking at me,
Yeah.
and I was
something.
It didn't help that Fitz was behind the camera.
yeah. And one other boy's Quentin, he was he came into my sight,
Yeah.
and he was cracking up,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to... And then it made me go into a weird buzz where I was just focused on nothing, so I wouldn't laugh, but it made me not talk.
Yeah.
So I was just
Being a noob.
yeah.
It's kind of like how when you're just coked out, you don't even know what
Yeah.
to say anymore.
Yeah.
Like all the war stories you've told is
Yeah.
it's just oh, far out, okay.
That's what
Tripping
makes
out.
me not miss it, I think. It's
Hey.
just thinking about that mute buzz. Being fuck, no one can even talk. You've just done too much gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. I miss it sometimes.
Teeth are
Start
chattering.
wigging out on each other. The fuck is this cunt looking? Yeah. But he's not even looking at you.
Yeah,
He's just
hard.
Fuck this.
And you're not even looking at him, mate,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Fuck, bro, I hated that.
And then it's
shit.
just fuck, should we just give another one? Fuck.
Yeah.
Can't relate.
Should we kick it off then?
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah.
May as well. What was your drug of choice?
My drug of choice. Oh, it depends which phase you want to talk about. I've never touched weed.
Yeah.
I was always a hard drug kind of person.
Yeah.
I think my drug of choice was probably MDMA.
Oh,
For a
true.
bit, for in my younger years, and
Yeah.
ecstasy. Because ecstasy, everybody, all the kids yeah, pop 10 pills, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I think as I grew up, it was more coke.
Yeah.
It was ecstasy, ice, and then coke.
Yeah.
I was a real bad ice junkie. So
True.
yeah,
Did you smoke it?
yeah, I was a proper junkie.
Yeah.
I could afford my own shit, but yeah, I was a junkie.
Yeah. Fuck. It's crazy.
Fuck.
And so you're doing that in Oz? Mostly?
Yeah.
What age was that? What age did you get into ice?
Fuck. Probably 17. 17. I think at my younger years was just ecstasy. I started
Party
ecstasy
drugs, eh?
13. 14.
Yeah.
Shit.
More party stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the down buzz.
Yeah.
It's boring, bro. Fuck, get up and do something.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
especially
Get
at
up for
that
5
age,
days.
Fuck. Yeah. I'll see you in 3 days. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, and then how did it escalate from there?
I think the people I was around.
Yeah.
I think the people I was around, I only hung around older boys. And so they knew the ins and outs of everything else. And I was like, shit, why not? You know what I mean? Fuck, why not? I got nothing to lose.
Yeah, if they're doing it. And
Yeah, if
looking
they're
at
doing it, home shit, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Fuck it.
hard, eh?
So did you grow up in Sydney?
Yeah, I grew up all my life in Sydney.
Yeah.
Born here though, but grew up in Sydney, in southwest Sydney. And yeah, been back
When
here.
I lived in Oz, that's where all the crime, I remember hearing all the crime was in western suburbs and
Yeah.
stuff of Sydney.
Where's that? Is that Liverpool and stuff?
Look, that's southwest Sydney, western Sydney altogether is the suburbs.
Yeah.
You know, the fucking
Oh,
the place where all the shit actually happens. But I think outside of western Sydney is where the people that actually have the shit are sending it in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're the ones just kicking back and watching everybody fight over this and fight over that, and they're just sitting there fuck you, cunts.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys, you know what I mean? So
True. It's freeway Rick Ross type shit. Well, and then so what from there? How what did you get into it Were you into any crime or anything in Sydney, or
Um,
gangs or anything like that, or was it just?
Nah, not really. Just petty crime.
Mm.
Petty crime. Me, I had a thing for stealing. Like, I love to steal from people because I
Yeah.
always thought that like it wasn't fair that they had good shit and I didn't have good shit.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just
That
felt the need to
victim
fucking
mentality.
yeah, real poor victim
Yeah.
bullshit. You know what I mean? Just like fuck these. Why these people get to have all this nice shit? Fuck yous. I'll take it from you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
Meanwhile,
kinda-
they're working their asses
yeah,
off.
they're full working their ass off. You know what I mean? And I just just a little kid breaking into the home. And
Yeah.
So
Everyone has that mentality, especially coming from like poor areas and stuff like that. I remember being exactly like that, just thinking like other people outside of my suburb, the kids and stuff, I just thought they all got given it from their parents
Yeah.
but you just never know.
Yeah, it's weird though. As you grow up, you realize like when you have your own kids, like you're actually trying to set your kids up so it can be
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like that's like
that's how you want
when I
it.
got to a certain age. I think I got to like my early 20s, and I was like, "Fuck, that's actually like these guys' parents are actually the ones that are doing the right thing."
Yeah.
Like I want my kids to be like that.
Yeah.
Like I will not be handed everything, but
Yeah.
be able to get anything they needed
Yeah.
to pursue their passions. You know, you don't really want them to be working a 9-to-5 job. You want them to be actually driving towards
Yeah.
their real
Something,
thing.
yeah.
And I used to like hate on that as well.
Yeah.
We used to be like, bro, fuck this cunt in this fucking Mercedes and shit. But really, his parents are just on. Like,
Yeah.
they done it right.
Yeah.
Where our parents, like, they tried their best,
Yeah.
but just didn't hit that point. And then you end up getting in that victim mentality.
Yeah.
And then heaps of stuff's fueled off that as well.
Yeah.
Majority of the fights, or even like when you're younger, you'd go to like another party in a different suburb because
Yeah.
they're rich.
Yeah.
Like these guys don't deserve to have this. Like,
Yeah.
go
No
there and
lie.
crash it for nothing.
No lie, I swear to God, that's exactly what I used to do. I swear. Every single party, I would always find a room or a house or something I could take.
Yeah.
And 99% of the time, they were like, be looking for all the stuff. And they're like, bro, we would like take the TVs, take the phones. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even go there for anything else besides just to take
No. Hard. That's the same. I think that mentality must be in all the like, not rough parts, but like the undeveloped parts of cities.
Yeah.
Like that mentality where you're like, fuck, I'm gonna go to this place and just
Just take from them.
yeah. And then you end up fucking being fucked anyway. They can just buy it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just get it back insurance.
Yeah.
Because they have
Exactly.
insurance.
Yeah.
And like we didn't you never understand insurance as well when you're young.
Nah.
Like
I still don't understand.
yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, hard out. So how did you like end up like what crimes did you get? Like what made you get deported from Aussie? Was
we'll
anything
leave that
heavy? Like was it like heavy shit or
Nah.
like can people get deported for nothing almost?
We'll leave my part out, but in terms of deportation, bro, like you hear silly shit. You hear silly shit. There was one guy. He was this big Indian fella. He was getting sent back to India for driving offences,
Sure.
and I thought he was talking shit. And so as you do in the, you become a little investigator. You see what the fuck were you inside there for? You know what I mean?
Show us your paperwork.
Yeah, all that shit. You know what I mean? So, and he actually laid out his paperwork. He goes, "This is what I was in here," and it was like driving offences, but unpaid ones, like for ages. And he's getting sent back to India, and I was like, "Bro, fuck."
When did all that stuff start happening? Because
Bro, I think 2014.
oh yeah.
Yeah, 2014.
There was like a big deal between governments, especially New Zealand and Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to know the money behind it. Because
Oh,
there's
it
got to
would've
be
been
a
crazy.
reason.
It would have been crazy. I
Yeah.
reckon the amount of money it takes to actually send one home,
Yeah.
crazy.
Hard.
And like I don't know if you guys will ever see the state of a detention center, but bro, I think you guys would be like gobsmacked.
Really?
Straight up, it's fucking crazy.
Is it like remand, like where they hold you?
Oh, it's worse than that.
Oh, true.
No, it's worse than a remand center. Like it's
Yeah.
far worse. Like
Like real povo. Like not
yeah,
Are you allowed your phones in there?
I don't know about now. It's probably different now.
Yeah.
Apparently you're allowed a phone, but yeah, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
When I was there, you weren't allowed any phones, but
True.
everybody had a phone somehow.
And what do you get treated like in those detention centers? Like a criminal, or do you get treated like a...
Fuck, like you're fucking like that.
True.
Yeah.
The
But
fuck?
they play it off nice.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
they're gonna play it off nice. They want you to like act right. You know what I mean? But for the most part, bro, like they know you're fucked. You know what I mean? You're going back to a place you don't even know, and you're fucked. So
Yeah.
they don't give a shit.
They didn't even realize that fucked up like both countries.
Yeah.
It did. New Zealand was real. Like you raised them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did this all here. They learned to be like this here, and then you're sending them back home.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
It messed up a lot of shit on both ends.
And they knew that the crime, like violence-wise, was way more ruthless in Oz than here.
Everything.
Like here, I think everything was handled with fights and a few weapons, but not really guns.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
like it is now.
Yeah.
That was a big influx from like 501s and like gangs moving from Oz to here.
Yeah. They had never been here, but they
Yeah.
were forced to come here.
Yeah.
And that was the big, I think, and still is. such
That's
a
why
big
I would
battle.
love to know how that deal went down, because like they must have known that it was just gonna make our crime rates go through the roof.
Yeah. That's fucking wild. And then how long were you in the detention centers for? Like how does that process work? Do you go to court and then are they like...
No, so you get out of jail, you go there. But some, like, not everybody.
Yeah.
A lot of them are refugees. A lot of them are overstays and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, like, you have a section. You have a section for all the boys from jail, all the boys from... boys and girls. Like,
Yeah.
it's a mixed.
Aye.
Yeah, but like you don't mix together in one dorm. Like,
Yeah.
but there's
gonna
girls.
say,
There's
yeah.
girls
That'd be
there.
wild.
But the thing is, they're in the same kind of area, but they're on that side.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
really- you can mingle and shit, but like you can't go to where they are.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean? But like we're in like the maximum kind of place. But they've shut that down now because it was like
Too rough.
fucking it was
Yeah.
overboard. Straight out, it was fucking overboard. But so you kind of like there's a mixture of people. There's a mixture of people. It's not just boys from jail, but you go either get out from jail and then they come pick you up, but they come pick you up like heavy guarded, like bro, like 6-7 guards, just for one person.
Yeah.
And then they take you. I mean, I had to catch a flight, so I was at the airport with handcuffs and everything, and then like it was just like fucking, this can't be for real. This is some like movie shit.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I
Well,
mean?
you handcuffed on the airplane and everything.
No, not on the airplane, but to the airplane, you're handcuffed, and then as you come out, same thing again. But yeah, they just full meet you, but like it's
What year was this?
17.
Oh yeah, so you would have been like right in the depth of, like there would have been just a few years gone by, and then you were like in the depth of like, I don't know,
The whole
them
of New
still,
Zealand
like,
hating on it.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
still like figuring out their system, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's why we kind of had to figure it out ourselves, and didn't
So-
work too well, but
Yeah.
it was okay.
So what happened from there? Did you come over? So you come over here by yourself, or your family still in?
Yeah, everybody was still in Sydney. A few of them wanted to move. I was like, why the fuck would you want to come back here?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you've already taken a step forward to go there. I was like, why move back just for me? Like, I'm no one special. I'll handle what I need to handle. But obviously, I couldn't. It took me a while to actually do that. You know what I mean?
Did you go into prison or anything here, or were you just put here and?
No. So, no. You come here and you come straight back on probation.
Oh yeah.
So, but
Just
it's
chickens.
yeah, it's check-ins, but like it's a lot of the boys don't have no money, don't have no transport, don't even know anyone.
They don't even know where they are.
Yeah, don't even know how to get around this
Yeah.
place. You know what I mean? It's not the same way. The transport over there
Yeah.
is it's far easier than here.
Yeah, true. We don't really have like the trains and
No,
trams.
yeah, and then
buses.
yeah, it's kind of a setup, bro. But it is what it is. You
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
handle it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And then what happened from there? What like when you first got here? Did you have to try and sort everything out, or were you lost? And
bro, I come here, fuck, beyond lost, bro. Yeah, it was just, but like, I think my heart wasn't here at all. Like, it didn't want any part of this place. You know what I mean? all my interactions with people from New Zealand in Australia weren't that great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the way they dressed and the way they talked, and it was just fuck. I just couldn't. You know what? One of the things I couldn't stand was like the bandana. Like everybody always had a bandana when they were from New Zealand. You know, always, fucking always, and long as Dickies shorts or Dickies pants. Like, bro, why the fuck you wearing that? Because we wear like short shorts. You know what I mean? You're fucking wearing fucking 3/4 shorts, cars, and like, come on, brother. You know what I mean? But like even besides that, just I think the attitude is real different.
Yeah.
Over there, like we don't give a fuck if you're like Samoan, if like we're the same culture. Like if you're from a different area, then fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, that's just kind of how it is.
Yeah.
But then when you come over here, everybody's like all friendly and shit. Like, hey, brother, what's on? Oh, what the fuck?
Doesn't matter if you're in this gang or this gang.
Yeah,
or
no
you're
one
from
gives a
South
shit.
or East.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, hey, how's it going?
That's what I noticed when I met Tim, because I had no idea about like any kind of like street, I don't know, anything. And I was like, how come like some of your friends are Bloods and some of them are Crips and they all get along and they hang out? Like I thought they like shoot each other.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, we just grew up with each other.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And that's it.
Yeah.
Like people that are like in their gangs or whatever, and some of them are in the police, but they were all boys at school.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
friends at school, and they grew up and just some went and did this and some went and did this, but they still like, hey, how's it going? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's hard.
yeah.
Hard out.
It's just
Yeah, it's
like,
exactly
that's
like
our
that.
boys.
So were you taking drugs and shit back in New Zealand as well? Like how did you continue your addictions?
No, I think I was heavy on it from 13, 14 onwards. No, when I was younger, I couldn't really afford it, obviously. But as I grew older and then I found a job, it just got heavier and heavier. And then when I come here, it just got even worse. Like, I mean, it was bad then, but then it just got worse when I got here.
Yeah.
Because I just tried to numb the whole feeling of being lost. I
Yeah.
didn't like the feeling of being lost because it's just like anything sounded good. If you told me, oh yeah, we're going to do this. Oh yeah, sweet, let's go do this.
Yeah.
Because like I had no direction as to where I was going. Like,
Yeah.
it was just like, okay, any route seemed better than the one I was in. So I just took anything anybody said, just following, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Filling a void as well.
Yeah,
and
that's
no
it.
friends and family.
yeah, there was no one to really rely on. I had like cousins here, and I love them straight out. I love them for like actually trying to help me, but no one could really help me in that kind of manner, in the manner of like mentally, because I was probably around you. I wasn't fucking there. I was like I was still in Australia, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hard
I was
out.
still in Australia, but that's kind of how it went for like ages.
And were you heavy like into your faith in that before that, or
Yeah.
was it? Oh yeah.
I was when I was a kid. When I tried coming off drugs and alcohol, I was real heavy on it. And then one of my good mates from church, he passed away, and I just went fucking laters,
Yeah.
just fucking every week, just trying to like. Now I wouldn't say numb the pain, but just make me feel better about myself.
Yeah.
You know what I
Neglecting
mean?
it, eh?
Just like, oh fuck, I feel like shit, so I might as well just, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. that was just kind of the phase that I went through.
Yeah.
Just multiple different phases of drugs and alcohol abuse.
Yeah.
When you're an addict, though, anything becomes an excuse to use, eh?
All day. You're just a talk shit cunt.
Yeah.
You know, talk shit.
Yeah.
Like you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna stop this. You're the biggest eat ass cunt.
Yeah.
You're not gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just gonna get right back on just because things get hard and you're like, oh, have a sook.
Yeah.
Hard
Okay,
out.
let's go use again.
That's what we used to tell people, eh, when people were trying to get us out to party and we were trying to stop, and they'd be like, you're just going to like start again anyway, so you may as well just come out now. And we'd be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, fuck, all right.
Yeah. You got
True.
me.
Yeah.
We're probably only going to do 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then so when you were in the rehab, is that when you were like decided to leave that lifestyle?
Yeah, all of it. I think my heart finally found what was missing from that void that we were just talking about before.
Yeah.
It finally found the void filler, really.
Yeah.
And once I had that, bro, that was it. That was it. Like I didn't need anything else. Like I didn't need no, like all the shit that I was doing. I didn't need that no more.
Yeah.
all I needed just was God, and that was it.
Yeah,
That
hard
was
out.
enough. You know what I mean? And yeah.
And then from there, is that what like guided you to what you're doing now?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like this path was already set for me, and I was kind of doing this already, but I'm doing it not knowing that people actually got paid to do this shit.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? I
yeah.
was just like, oh, this is just what I do. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
hard.
And then I found out people actually got paid, then you can do this as a job. And I was like, bro, I'm doing this. I'm like, fuck it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not
hard.
going back to no warehouse cars.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
doing this.
Hard. And that's like, there's different ways of it, like manifestation, eh?
Yeah.
But like, there's different, like, there could be prayer for like religious people,
Yeah.
other people. So once you like figured out that this was your true drive and everything, did you start seeing like signs pop up and like people coming into your life to
Can
help
we
you?
just talk about what it is that he does first? Because it's
Oh, yeah.
like we all know and no one else knows, and we're just talking.
Yeah, cool. I just do online fitness coaching, which is pretty much a PT, but online. In the most simplest form, that's really what it is.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more detail that goes with, because PT, you just show up for like 30 minutes and then just like itwa, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
So fitness was a big savior for you alongside your faith.
yeah. I think if it wasn't for fitness, I wouldn't even be sitting.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be gone later.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
And so it naturally led you down that path of like helping others.
Yeah. Yeah, I know how it feels to like pump out a mad session and just feel fucking good about yourself. So I just want other people to feel that same feeling.
Yeah.
And I like be proud of what they see instead of like looking in the mirror and seeing a piece of shit every single time. And then redoing that same cycle every single week. You know what I mean? And the only time you look good is when you're drunk and when you're, you know what I mean? That's the only time you look good.
Yeah, like
Other
you
than
get
when
your
you're in a sober
confidence
state.
from it.
Yeah, that's your only confidence through,
Yeah.
through a fucking bag of coke
Yeah. Hard.
or whatever, or alcohol. That's when your confidence level
Yeah.
is up. And I was like, bro, nah, like we were born in a sober state, like as if we, you know what I mean? This is more than enough.
Yeah, totally.
Like, but yeah, fitness was like my saving grace. Pretty much. I really wanted people to feel like the true confidence. True confidence
Yeah.
isn't when you're under a certain drunken or high
Substance.
state.
Yeah.
That's bullshit confidence. That's
Yeah,
not even
hard.
confidence, because they only last for like a certain amount of hours.
Yeah.
Like you want true confidence. You know what I mean? Nothing that like driving a nice car can give you, or like gold chains or fucking whatever. I don't know. I believe like fitness really reveals a lot of who you are
Yeah.
to you. You know what I mean? You really see who the fuck you really are.
Yeah.
Like under the pressure, under the fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it can't be taken away
Nah.
from you as well.
No,
It's
because
not
you
like,
earned that shit.
yeah, and you don't get a crash from it, like a come
Yeah.
down from it.
You
It's
get a
like-
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's addictive, eh? Once you get that buzz, once you get that grind and that roll on. Yeah, that's kind of like the same as like how I teach mindset.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. Like, I don't know, you could get paid from it. There's not even like a mindset coach
Yeah.
out
Right.
there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I went to that school yesterday and was like taught some teachers some tools in that. They were like, "Oh, I've never heard of a mindset coach before."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yo, I'm like kind of starting this
Yeah.
shit over here."
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the same. Like getting a drive and getting a passion for something, it's only going to grow away.
That's it.
Especially tools that, you know, like you've gone through stuff where you've had things taken from you, or like, you know, even like your whole self-concept kind of just blowing
Yeah.
up in flames. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like having these tools where like anything can happen. You could go to jail, but you've got your mindset
Yeah.
or you've got your fitness, like things that people can't take from you
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the true essence of a human as well. If you can work on the shit that you can do without anything,
Yeah.
like that's when you start leveling up, skyrocketing. Then things become clearer as well. Get a vision.
Fuck, that's a good way to put it though. Oh yeah, that's a mad way to
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And then everything becomes clearer. Then that's when you can start thinking about passions. But before you if you don't have your fitness or your mindset, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Like you're literally going to go autopilot, go to work 9 to 5, think you're living life
Yeah.
because you've never actually like worked on yourself, got fitter or anything.
Yeah.
Like if you see most of the big people in the world, like the fitness people, I mean like the like billionaires, millionaires,
Yeah.
whatever influencers, they're all fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all fit. Like either their mind's fit or their body,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but they need like one of each.
Well, yeah. 100%.
But yeah, fuck, I'm loving life right now as well. Just living in this, say it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool because you just get a clearer mind, get a clearer vision.
Way more clarity, eh?
Yeah.
Doing this type of shit, eh?
Yeah.
Because you got your purpose, like you're living in your purpose.
Mm.
That's what everyone seeks, is like that happiness and purpose. Like, why am I doing this? And it fills so many cups. It fills yours. It fills someone else's.
Yeah.
Like, it's so rewarding. It fills your void.
Yeah.
Like,
You end up being a better person to everyone around you when you
yeah,
can.
hard out.
That's why she used to let me, because before I'd be bendering and leaving and shit the house.
Yeah.
As soon as I was like heavy into boxing, she was happy with me doing that.
Yeah.
Because when I came home, I was like 100% family man.
Yeah.
Like where I'll just be locked in, boom, boom, yeah, let's do this, we do this,
Yeah.
yeah. And then go back to boxing. Where before I'd be on the bender, and then I'll come home and like half-ass
Mental
everything.
breakdowns.
Like try and,
Can
yeah.
you give me the water? All that shit.
The top of my mouth's hurting, can't eat.
Can't open my
Fucking
curtains.
nostrils all fucked.
Yeah. Fuck. Bro, and then you're like, oh, I'll just have another one.
Yeah.
And then it all starts again. Nah, that's cool. Oh, what was I talking before? Manifesting, eh? Like, yeah, manifesting is kind of the same as like prayer for different people. There's just different ways of the way
Different
ways to do it.
that the universe, like, some people think the universe is bringing a thing.
Yeah.
Some people think God's bringing in a thing, but it's all the same thing and it all works, eh?
Well, to me, like, universe is like God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just different.
Yeah.
Like, religious people wouldn't say the universe helped them out. They'd
Yeah,
say it
yeah,
was
yeah.
God. It's the
God,
same.
God did.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same
Speaking
thing.
I feel like
into
I'm
existence.
starting to lean more towards saying God, though, lately.
Maybe
Like
it's
I-
just
Amen.
sign.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is, though. Because more and more things, like the more, even just research that I do, it's like just so obvious that there's God.
Yeah, there is a God.
Yeah.
It's the universe.
Yeah.
It's
But
just like,
that's like your opinion.
yeah, nah, I know.
But I used to always say universe, and I just feel like lately I've started to say God. A lot more often.
Do you not believe in God?
No, it's more just that generalized opinion growing up thinking of a person and labeling God like that name of the person,
Yeah.
and thinking like, and I think religion comes into it a lot for me, and it scares me, like anything man-made or that someone's making money off. I'm like, pfft. Like, I don't like that. And I think that, I don't know if I don't know enough about worshipping and shit, but like for me, I think everyone should worship themselves and like bring out God in themselves. And I think God wants us to do that rather than worshipping outside of our body. I think worshipping inside to make us a better person for everyone around us is, I don't know, that's how I look at it. But like I said, I just never, it's only recently I started using the term God more. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like waiting to get done with this journey, and then I'll get onto that journey because I believe it's coming, but I don't know what it is yet.
yeah.
It's unknown.
Yeah, my family in like Africa is hard or religious, like heavy. Or most Africans are. Like back home, like
100%. But they're like ruthless.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like every Sunday, like everyone's out,
Yeah.
like church, and then after it, you'd like, because when we'd go back for holidays and that, you'd go to church, and then you'd just like walk up. Everybody's out walking around,
Yeah.
buying food and stuff. Boom, 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 and then you go back to your house, and like it's a big day, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big like religious day.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I came back over here, or like when I have been here, like I kind of drifted away from religion.
Yeah.
As like a
But
whole.
you had a
but I
bad
always-
experience as well with religion in New Zealand, like that cult thing.
Yeah. My mate got into this. Oh fuck, this is random as yeah.
Oh, do share.
But it's shit like that ruins it,
Yeah.
you know, because especially when you're young.
Yeah, so my mate like, go and say his name or anything, but he got hard out into like religion out of nowhere, and was like, bro, you guys like, there's this guy Unsung Yong, like said he's here, he's God, he's actual God, he's living in China right now.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh yeah, and then he started showing us all these. He used to bring it over and show us all these facts and stuff, and we'd be like, what the fuck? And he was like, bro, just come to the church, and I was like, all right, we'll come.
Yeah.
So we went on Rosebank Road. It was like in a it didn't even look like us. Didn't even look like a church. It was like
Yeah.
a factory. Like after hours, like went in and we're like, what the hell is this place? And as soon as we got there, they're like, okay, come, we're gonna baptize you guys. Like we just got there, and I was like, oh, what the fuck? And we like jumped in the bath and shit.
Bullshit.
Bro. And like did everything like boom, boom. It was just like happening fast as.
Didn't
And
they
we're
make
like,
you strip and shit?
yeah, we like had to get right down, and they're like fucking like fraud water and shit on us, and I was like, holy fuck. And then like went inside, and then they're like,
How
this
old
is
were you?
like maybe 12 or 13 or something.
Oh my days.
Fuck, I would have just started like swinging hands or something.
No. And we were like, I was like, holy shit. And it was like, because it was a whole group of us. If it would be different, if it was like
Just one out.
me and my mate, it
Yeah.
would have been like, oh, this is weird. But it was a whole group of us, and all the boys went like and done it. So I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, sweet. This is what we got to do.
Yeah.
And like went in, and then like they gave us the special bread. Like it wasn't normal bread. They're like, this is the special bread. Like this is what's
Like a
actually
blessed
said
bread,
in the Bible. Like this is the right bread here. Gave
And
us-
it's probably just from the fucking dairy.
yeah. Nah, I was like, bro, it tasted weird as it had no like some sort of thing in it. Like it didn't have like a normal. It didn't taste like bread. It was like had,
Meth.
yeah. And I was like, what the fuck?
Are you coming back?
And they're like, yeah. They're like, yeah, eat this, and we're like eating it, and then like this is special wine and stuff, and I was like, what the fuck? And then we're like, the girls and the boys were split. The girls had to sit on one side with this veil over their head, and we had to sit on the
Oh, bro, fuck that.
Bro, yeah, and then
Yeah, no
after
wonder
that,
why.
Yeah,
No wonder
it's
why.
It's like the
Like
stuff
that.
that you like see on the TV.
Yeah.
The kids' names
Yeah.
deliver.
no, and then my mates, my other mates, we told like at school, they're like, bro, research that church.
Yeah.
And fuck, we researched it, and it was like came up straight away like top 10 cults on like on the watch list, bro. And it was number 1 in the
Fuck,
country.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my day.
It's called Church of God. Use bad people. Use bad people, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, over here, and we were like, holy shit. And then after that, I was like, bro, I don't. But like, there's no way I'm not like. After then, I was like, in my head, I was like, so these guys are an organization getting people to come in, pay money, and then because I didn't do some research, and I was like, oh, churches don't pay taxes, churches don't have to do this and that. So I was like, these people are getting us to come in here, pay money weekly
Yeah.
for them just to give us like, because we went again, like we went, that didn't happen in 1 week, like it happened in like probably like the 3rd week. So we went again, did the same process, like we just thought it was just normal, same process, like every time. And I was getting money off my mum, like we had to give money every time.
Oh, bro.
Oh yeah.
You guys got fucking ripped.
Yeah, but it was bad. Like my mate after that went full like boom psychosis. Like he's still the same. Like he's wrecked.
Oh, now
Since-
still
Yeah,
now.
till this day he's like fully fucked. Like he's just done some weird buzzy shit, and his like mind is just not the same.
Oh,
Ended up getting addicted like synthetics.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that was the start of it because we were like, bro. Like trying to tell him like that's not all good, and he was like, "Bro, watch this. I'm gonna like save enough money to go see him." And
Oh wow.
I was like, "Shit,
Straight out, I've always thought that shit was bullshit.
bro, it's
But
real."
Maybe when you see it on like first hand, you're like, nah, this is not bullshit.
Yeah,
dog.
and at the time I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you think it's like real. These guys are like connecting dots and being like,
It's a time before like Netflix docos and
yeah. So they'd be like in the Bible,
So unaware.
like they'd be like, see this here, like I don't know, understand it, but it'll be like if it said like 17:6 or something, they'd be like da 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 here. Then they'll go to like 18:7, and then they'll be like, that's the next number after. So they'll link this, whatever it says there, linked, like skimming pages linked to that, and they'll put the lines together, bro, and they'll be like, see, this verse is actually linked to this part here,
Oh,
and then
bro.
putting it together, and we were like, oh shit, he is here, like,
Yeah. Yes.
yeah, bro. And these people were like fully going over, like we'd see people come back, and they're like, we just got back from meeting him, like,
No way.
yeah. It was full, like a full thing. And
so
Did you feel
Rosebank
like-
Road.
Did you go home that first night and think to yourself, "Fuck, I just got baptized at this place"?
Nah, I went home and was
Did you
like,
take
we
a
were
mum?
buzzing. We were like, fuck, this is it.
Yeah.
Like, these guys have found them. Because we were just little street niggas. Like, we don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
Yeah. Anything goes. Really.
Yeah. And then from there, like, even we went into like youth groups and that. But from after that, we weren't taking it serious. We were going to youth groups to like get with girls or
Yeah.
like steal and like, you know, we weren't really caring about the actual shit that was happening. Because once that happened to my brain,
Yeah.
it was just like, from there, I was like, nah, this religion's like an actual company.
Yeah.
And that's how I thought from there. So like, once I figured out,
How long did you stay?
like maybe a month. Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was a full on month.
God is good.
Yeah. And then, yeah, after that, like, I just went steered away from all of that.
Yeah.
But then only like recently, I found like spirituality and things like that. And then I was like, oh, this is it, like the universe and there's science behind it.
Yeah.
This is something I can get into.
Yeah.
But yeah, now, like she was saying, like, I'm like starting to realize like that religion and everything is all the same as the universe. For the people that actually tap into it, like you, how you're like tapping into it, and you can see your life changing from it, literally from just watching the throne week to week. You can see you changing because you're living in your manifestation or living in your like
life's
God,
purpose.
living in your God
or
given
just
purpose.
like things that God can put in front of you, like you buying the jumper, you know, like
or you
things like
meeting
that,
at the
you're
right
just like,
time.
holy shit.
Like that's all you living in your God given purpose or your like universal purpose. And like once I started noticing that for me, I was like, oh shit, this shit actually fucking works. Like manifestation is a real thing. That's what I try and tell people. Yeah.
Like I never, when I said that someone reached out and stuff and contacted me, and at that time I was thinking, you don't owe me anything.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Like, we've gone on a couple of walks, you know, we've talked, but why would you that's in my mind, I think from then that like kind of set its tone. So I was like, why did you go to all this effort to let me know that where you are and that you're okay? Do you know, like it's just. So I think that intrigued me. I was
Yeah. And are you into the religion, like the same?
Yeah. So I wasn't raised in a church. I was never baptized as a child. I was raised by my dad. And he was raised in the church, but he just never took us, you know, he just never took us to church. And it was one thing in my life growing up that all my friends had, like they went to church and they had this relationship with God, and I just really didn't have that, and I wanted it. But then when you're at that age, you don't know where to go. You know, is it this church? Is it this church? Like all my friends were from different churches. We were all friends, but they all went to different churches. And then they'd say, oh, come with me to my church. And then I'd go there. And then the other would be like, oh, do you want to come to this? And I'll go to this. But it was also different that you just got so confused. Like I got so confused. And I'm like, so which church is supposed to be real? You know, and I just never ended up going to one. I knew that there was a God. You know, that's just how I was raised, to know that there was one. You pray
just
before you eat.
Just bring your mic up, sorry.
Sorry. You pray before you eat, you pray, you know, that's how I was raised. Even though I didn't go to church, that was still in our home. And then after meeting Novs, and then I started going to his church. So not being a part of a church or my own church or anything, I started to go to church with him. More and more, and just learning about God. And then the kids were coming to church, and then that's my church, and I'm baptized, and God is good.
That's
you
cool.
know, I definitely believe that He is there, and He's working, and He has a plan for all of us. And I came to, you know, I had my encounter. I came to a massive realization, you know, where I truly did believe that the devil was working his hardest, and that it was like my sign, like I was asking God for it, and it landed right in my lap, and I felt it, like I felt His presence, and and then I knew that I had to be baptized, and I did, and it's been so good, you know, and as much as we go through things, and we have been through things, and we will continue to go through hard times, like He has set those for us because He knows that we're going to, you know, we're going to get through them, and that's going to level us up to something.
In some way.
It will. You know, there's stuff that we've gone through not long ago, and that we're going through now, that I'm going to come out on top. We're going to come out on top because we have God. And this is His plan, and He wouldn't see us wrong. And I believe that.
That's cool. Teaches you to have patience and stuff, eh?
100%.
Yeah.
And trust.
Yeah.
Just trust it. Like you can only do so much. Like control what you can control.
Yeah, totally.
And just leave the rest. You know, it'll all just fall into place.
Yeah. There's been so many times where I'm like questioning, like, should we be in this life? You know, like, is it actually working what we're doing? Just because so many bad things would happen, and you just think, fuck, when am I going to pay my dues? You know, when is this bad karma going to be over? But then things happen, and you're like, holy shit, like, this is why I keep the faith in, like, my path and what's happening. Like, with you having that time off in the holidays and having that random experience with your friend giving you that money and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
like, crazy.
Yeah, that was buzzy as.
And that's just it, just not, you know, just not blocking the blessing, because you
Yeah.
already think you've done so much bad in your life or you've done so many wrong things or whatever, so something's coming for you.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But in actual fact, like that was it. That was your experience. All of that bad stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Was the bad. Like you
Yeah.
had to go through that. You had to go through all
Yeah.
that hard time. So instead of you just wondering when is it coming, like that was it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You
So
went through
true.
that.
Yeah.
It can only get better. Like you can just
Yeah. It's almost like you get paid, like it gets paid back in the time, eh?
yeah.
So like you wondering, your days of you fucking around and like going through that stress, like that's the time that's getting taxed off you from that karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get it back after that. It's almost like it works on a time where you're like, your head's battling about it, you're constantly thinking about it, you can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Like that's the karma right there happening in your head.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
Yeah,
just
it
another
is.
version of that victim mentality as well.
Yeah.
Is like, you know, like, are you actually evolving if you're just like expecting the blessings to come and the, you know, the easier life? Because really you're just going like, come on, like, why me? Like, when's this coming to me? That's that victimhood again.
yeah. And it's hard not to be in that, eh?
Yeah,
It's
it's
hard
really
not to
hard
be like,
to break.
fuck, when am I getting something? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell? I've been doing all this shit. Like,
We've had a lot of these conversations in the past, you know, because he would talk about, you know, his childhood and what his childhood used to be like, and he had nothing, and, you know, or there wouldn't be a meal here, or where were they going to eat, or something like this. And then he's like gone through all of this in his life, and now he's in a home where food is like number one in this house. You know, it's always there. There's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, how he was like as a child, and he went to school with nothing and all that kind of stuff, and the life that he experienced as a child. And then these two children are put before him that have the complete opposite. You know, they go to school with their lunch, their school bag, all their schoolwork, their uniforms done, and all that kind of stuff, and it's laid out for them. So he's like just been brought up in a life where that wasn't the case, and then he used to look at those other kids, like you say, like, I want to take that from this person, because why do you get to have that and I don't get to have that? But then he's placed in this, you know, this part of his life where these kids, well, they get to have that. Wait, that's not, you know, it's like just showing you.
It is a bizarre. I went through the same thing. Like, fuck, I never had lunch, like going to school or like, you know, I was allergic to those wool jumpers at school. So I was just freezing. There's no other option. I'm like, fuck, why do these kids have it so good? You know, like rocking up to the tuck shop with $20 and stuff. I'm like, fuck, like, you're just so lucky.
And then now,
Never know what a fucking tuck shop was until I come here.
Hey.
Straight out, I never know. Like it was a tuck shop, and what do you guys call the dairy? The dairy.
The dairy,
Dairy.
You call it that now.
We call it the fucking corner store.
Yeah,
you call it
like
the corner
milk
store.
bar.
Because it was always on the corner. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like even if I wasn't on the corner, like we'd just call it the corner shop.
yeah.
And, like everybody knew where to go. And then when they come here, fucking tuck shop and dairy. What the fuck is a dairy card? Like, you know what I mean?
it's where they sell the dairy.
But I get like that with like my kids. I'm like, fuck, I'm like just blessed to be able to make nutritious food for my kids. Like I was just eating like heated up pies and lasagna toppers
Yeah.
between two bits of bread.
Yeah. Yum.
And now I'm growing vegetables in my backyard and feeding my kids with them. Like, what the fuck? This is so cool.
Yeah, hard out. So, how long have you been doing your? Oh, what's your business called, and what do you do anyway with your?
So I'm a caterer. I'm a chef by trade. It's called Decor and Graze, and I do a lot of grazing tables and stuff. Obviously for social media, people love it. They want it. But just all catering. So Monday to Friday is just usually corporate catering for businesses and stuff, and then the weekends are just parties.
Yeah.
Weddings, birthdays, kids' parties, 21st, party.
That's so cool. It's such a good business.
Yeah.
Especially if you do it well, like obviously.
If you do it well, and you know, lucky for me, I have the knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, it's not, I didn't just wake up one day and go, I might just give this a go. I saw it online. Like, this is what I've done my whole life. You know, I studied this. I went to school to study hospitality. I became a chef, you know, and I've worked in all these different places. So yeah, food was always a big part, a part of my life, and now it's just a part of everyone's life.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I get to do what I love. So
And did the business side come easy, or was it something you like had to grow at?
definitely grow, and changing, you know, because I worked 70, 80-hour weeks for running someone else's company,
Yeah.
which was oversaw a big catering company and function centre, as well as the cafes that came off of that in different locations. So I just, you know, as I moved up, I was overseeing that, and then I started Decor and Grace kind of just on the side, even though I didn't really have the time to do it, but I was the person who did the food, you know, so everyone would, if anyone was having anything on, cool, Tanya, can we do it at your place? Or can you bring this? Or can you do this? And like it just came naturally because I'm used to doing it, you know. So I thought, I'll start Decor and Graze and do it on the side. And then just kind of like a little bit kept growing and growing and growing. And it was evident when COVID hit the first time, where I was trying to juggle just the kids and being a single mom and doing the kids and going to work and doing that. I was like, man, something's got to give. And there came a time where Orlando hurt himself real bad, and I ended up in the hospital with him, but they still wanted me to go into work, and I'm like, bro, like I'm in the hospital. And I think it was from that I was like, this is not it. Like, I'm never going to grow my business and do what I need to do for the kids and be present for them if I'm still here.
Yeah,
So
growing someone else's business.
100%. So I just had to take the risk.
Yeah.
And I did. Like, I left and I was like, right, I'm just going to go full do this, and this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to make it work. And I want that because I need to be flexible for the kids, because I am a single mom. Like, I need to be able to get them to school and do all of this, and I want to attend, you know, the events and stuff that they have on at the school. So, yeah, and that's
it's the best way. We've really like started realizing that we want to like first and foremost make it work around our family life, because it is so important.
Yeah, it is. And you know, it's the kids had a decent amount of time with, you know, me not being there because I'd had to go to work. I put them before school care and after school care because I still had to pay all the bills, you know. I still had to do all of that. So, and the kids are so good that they've been raised like that, like, mum will make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you there. I don't know like how, but I'm going to get you there, and you're always going to have lunch and you're always going to have this, but I need to work hard too. So if that meant that I didn't sleep, then I just didn't sleep. Like, I had to do that. And it's probably in the last few years that I've said no to a lot of certain things, like just to even be present on a Saturday morning at their rugby games. Like, obviously Saturdays are huge for parties. But I'll be like, right, you can have orders beforehand, you can have orders after that, you can come pick them up from me, but I'm gonna be at my kid's game. Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's massive as well. Learning to say no is like probably one of the hardest things to do, especially when you're like an entrepreneur doing your own thing. You always think in the back of your mind, like, fuck, I have to make sure I got this, like, hit the quota.
Because you worry about, like, okay, they're gonna go somewhere else, or this and this. And it's like, you know what? That's okay. You know, I just got to work harder to get other customers and businesses from that Monday to Friday to cover the cost of losing like one function on the weekend. And do you know what? I've come to a point now in my career and with the business where people change the date of their party. Or the time of their party.
To get what they want.
To get me to come and do it. Like, it's become that evident that
so
people want me there, and people want what I've got, all my setups and the creativeness that goes into it, that they'll change the whole date. And I'm like, okay, if that suits you, like, all good.
That's what hard out. That's what I like went through like recently. Like, it's not like just when I went and taught those teachers and that, like, I thought, I can't teach them all my tools because what's stopping them from hiring me to come teach boxing and teach mindset tools, and I've taught them everything. But then you like realize that they actually want you, like you as a brand. They want the brand there. Like, they don't, regardless if you set up a seminar and taught people your tools, they won't be able to deliver it like you.
No.
Like, so it doesn't really matter, and you realize people actually just want the brand. And that comes with like learning to say no as well.
Yeah, it does.
Like, when you start saying no, and then you get less panicky.
A form of discipline as well. Like, you think being in business, you have to be like disciplined and, you know, like always chasing money and stuff. But like, also a discipline is knowing when to say no or
Yeah.
when to have a rest day,
Yeah.
when to rest your body. That's still discipline.
Yeah.
You have to implement it.
Yeah, hard. Yeah, that's massive.
It's huge. Just having to respect yourself.
Yeah.
Respect yourself enough, to say, well,
Yeah.
you know what, that doesn't really work for me, so that's not what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
something
hard
else
to-
will come along.
Yeah, hard. It's hard to tell people this. Like, I try and tell people that are like, fuck, how do I get like out of this life I'm living? I was like, bro, you got to just take that first step and just
Yeah.
try and go
You
for
have
your
to just
dream.
do it. Yeah.
Because once you do take that first step, everything else becomes easy.
Yeah.
Like, it becomes easier for you to take challenges on. But you're like, I'll take the risk. Like,
Yeah.
you start taking risks more. But that first step of actually like leaving your company
Yeah.
and going out on your own is like the hardest step.
Yeah.
But once that happens, fuck, everything just like boom, boom, boom. You'll just start taking risks.
And it
Because
doesn't,
you've
and
gotta
it's not
make
always
it happen.
easy. Like it's not. Like you're gonna fail,
Yeah, hard out.
but it's you learn from that. It's not
Yeah.
like you fail, you're fucked. You're never gonna do it again. Fuck
Yeah.
this. This is a shit. No way, man. Like you learn from that. So you learn. Okay, that didn't work. I'll go this way.
Yeah.
And I'll do this, and I'll change this, and you have to fail
Yeah.
in
hard
order to
out.
grow.
That's how you grow, eh?
Yeah.
Failing from
100%.
resetting. What have you had when you first started out your weight loss, online PTing and that? Did you have much hiccups in that at the start to get where you were? Or was it kind of just,
Yeah. Yeah, I think the whole like a large chunk of the time, like, bro, like nothing was giving. But straight out, I think somehow, some way, you just start connecting with like different people because you're on a different whole
Yeah.
different mission, and like different people start to come in, and all the shit people fucking start to like just naturally move out.
yeah.
Like you don't have to say anything; they're just not on the same frequency as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that just happens to be how it went. And then as it grew like that, things just started popping off. I was like, oh, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously still trying to work at it, but gradually going. You know what I mean?
Hard.
It's all worth the fucking struggle.
Yeah. And you start enjoying, I love the grind now.
I love it, bro.
Like, I love it. I think that's why I like doing CrossFit. Like CrossFit and because boxing was hard. Like, but you like have to enjoy that grind to win your fight. Like, there's no way you could fucking like half-heartedly train.
There is nothing else more pure than
No.
getting in the ring with one other person.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's
for you to
pure.
know you're gonna win, you have to
Yeah.
fucking grind. Like, you have to enjoy that grind. If you hate doing that and try and cut corners and shit like that and get in the ring,
It'll show
You're
up.
gonna get hiding.
you're gonna fucking get your head whacked off.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's the same with like life. I think I like enjoy the like the grind, the late nights, like staying up, like I'm fucking like just constantly like boom on my notes, like driving around. I'm just ebook, sorry, fucking
Voice note.
what's it called? A book, like a
Audio book.
audio
Oh,
book.
yeah.
They're
Like-
good, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck me then.
Yeah.
Hectic. Wow.
Yeah, audio book like everywhere, and I'm like taking notes, like driving.
Yeah.
Like I'm just constantly addicted to that grind because once you get a little like taste of it, you're like, fuck, I can actually like do something here.
Yeah.
It's fucking, I love it, eh?
Yeah.
And it's the same as CrossFit. I think it's the same. It gives me that same feeling, like you have to push,
Yeah.
like being a fucking. You got to have that killer instinct.
Yeah. Otherwise, you won't get too much of it.
Yeah. It's like I reckon there's people born with killer instinct, and there's people that isn't.
Yeah.
Like the ones that aren't born with it, those are like the taxi drivers. No, but you know the ones. But you know the people that are just
Someone
happy.
listening to this right now, driving their cab, like,
No, but you know the people
Fuck you,
that,
man. I'm an Uber driver, man.
Yeah. But you know how that's how the world works. Like there's people that are happy to be like a checkout person at Countdown.
They're
Like you
content.
go there
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like, "Hey man, fucking
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
doing your shit," and you're like coming in there like getting.
Pumping it out. You're like, yes.
Yeah, and you're going there to like get your food so you can go get fueled for training. You know, you're like,
Yeah.
it's just everybody's on different paths,
Yeah.
but it all works. And like, there's people that isn't born with kill instinct, but they're happy to be where they are.
Yeah.
Where there's like some people that are like, as soon as you get to a certain age, you're like, fuck, I'm meant to be something big in this world.
Yeah.
Like,
100.
I'm
until
kind
you,
of like that. Like I'm very, I don't know. I would rather like help you behind the scenes, and like, I don't know. Like even with your boxing and training and stuff like
That
that,
makes you
I was
content.
I was content like doing what I could do to help him get to where he was going.
That fills your cup.
Yeah, it was like I was never. I don't know. Now that we have fighters and stuff, and I hear their girlfriends complain because they're never at home, they're always training. But I'm like, but you're gonna cheer for him when he's in the ring, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want to know that I haven't stopped him from a training where his opponent's gone to that training. You know, like, I want to know my man's got in the ring and he's done every single thing he can, and I've done every single thing I can to help him to win that fight.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I like being a support team, a support person.
Yeah.
But that it does fill my cup
Yeah.
being like that.
And that's
'Cause I
how the
don't-
world the universe just balances itself
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we need these people to
Totally.
make these people.
Yeah.
We
Like,
need
there's
these
so
people
many
to make
things
these
in the
people.
business that,
exactly.
like, I have to, like, defob for him. You know, like, he's,
Don't
like,
even
done
start.
his writing, and I'm like, bro, like, you can't send this email to this, like, principal or this CEO sounding like that.
Yeah.
And I just redo it, you know, but that's because I believe so much of what he's doing. But because he puts the energy in, I don't have anything where I'm, like, real passionate about and putting energy in, because I believe, like, I'm there for, I don't know, I like doing it for my kids and my family. Just being a little,
And that's the
Cheerleader.
role that you play.
yeah. And I enjoy it.
without you playing that role, you wouldn't be who you are.
Yeah,
yeah,
What you're
exactly.
doing. So
Yeah.
I'm
that's
sure
how it's just-
something in my future will come up, but yeah, for now, this is what I like doing.
Yeah. And it's like learning that it does take an empire to build something, eh?
Yeah,
Like at the start, I was like, nah, this is my baby. Like, I'm going to like, and now over the time, like, I've got people who like help me with so much shit.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
you need to
You
do
need
it,
to
eh?
delegate.
You need a team.
Yeah. You need a team.
You need a team, man.
Yeah, hard. Even just a female, like a feminine perspective on something masculine, like you need both energies in there.
Yeah.
To balance it, eh?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting my like website and that design right now.
Yeah.
But like, it was like, do you know who Wes Watson is?
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
like, it was
Like
like masculine as like the website. But majority of my
It
clients,
was like, sign up here, let's get fucking
Yeah.
jacked. I'm like, babe, half your clientele is like single mums.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they're not coming to get fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
then
like,
we
you
did-
need to soften it a little bit.
Yeah. So it was like, it was
More
just straight-
inviting.
Yeah.
It was like black, red, and white.
Oh well.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. But now it's
Real
like,
loud.
But that's just kind of like the colors, though, way. Like you just
yeah.
naturally use the black, the white, and fucking, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so
Fuck it.
daunting.
yeah, hard.
It is. It was.
But
just
for
way
girls,
too
like, it
hard,
was like-
Yeah, you need some
Yeah.
different kind of color in
Yeah.
there, eh? But like for the most part, you just use black, white, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
hard.
yeah. Keep it classic.
So what would for any like 501s, they're like just get here now. Is there anything set up now for them, like to
Just-
do anything, or is they still doing? Is the like system still the same as?
No, it's fucking way different now.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I met someone that just come here fucking this year or last year or something, like early last year or this year. I think it was this year, but bro, I was like, cuz this guy's full getting this and that. And I was like, well, fuck you, man.
I'm gonna take it.
Nah, but like straight out, like what it's doing for him, like it's like you know look, I don't know anything about multicultural, bro. Word, I don't know nothing. But they got that whole culture thing going and like connecting them with where they come from, with their land, with their home.
Oh yeah.
And like, bro, it's like full transforming these people. And I was like, bro, that's cool, bro.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I mean, mind you, if someone was to say that to me when I come here, oh, bro, fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not moldy for one, nor do I even like this place. So I'm not fucking doing none of
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But bro, when I see what it's doing for people, I was like, bro, that's blessed, cuz. But there's nothing in place right now, like that's got anything to do that ain't government,
Yeah.
government kind of stuff. But as for like, there's a few places. There's Tapar. I think there's like a charity trust
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. So they help the 501s the most. And then they have I'm not too sure what else, but yeah, we're trying to create something now to
Oh,
actually
cool.
fucking help these boys as well,
Yeah.
because we've been where they are and we
Yeah.
know how to come out from the other side instead of coming in and finding the local gang and then
Yeah.
because that's all they
That's
know.
so
It's just
cool.
the boys, you know.
Yeah. And was it a group of 501s? You all doing it together?
Yeah, we're all like everybody come from our little past and shit. So it's all 501s. Like,
Is it
I think every single
faith-based
one-
as well?
no, I wouldn't say.
Just more
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, everybody's got their own different things, but yeah, a lot of it has got to do with faith, I guess.
Yeah.
But they've
And
all
probably
come out.
something they'd eventually get into, I guess. But well,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cool because you do want to coming straight from Oz, deported. I can't imagine it would be easy to go like the government route. You know, it's the same with your mindset stuff. You've got no qualifications. You haven't studied for what you've done, but you've gone actually through it. And so you've gone through it, and that's, you know, people are going to relate to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's way better than someone studying it, eh?
Yeah.
Because they just,
Like, yeah.
Finding a local dictionary. Like, oh, brother.
yeah, hard.
That's
what-
so cool.
Yeah.
Such a good idea. How do people find your business?
I'm only on. Oh no, fuck! I'm on Facebook too.
Oh,
But I don't even
you
because when I post on Instagram, it goes straight to Facebook.
yeah.
So I don't but I never check it. Kind
Yeah,
of, like,
he
it's just,
never checks it either.
It's just like a fucking whatever, you know.
Yeah,
yeah.
Whatever, who cares?
Instagram's
But
just a bit
yeah.
more, I don't know. It's for the generation and clientele you kind of connect with. It's easy to communicate.
yeah, I reckon. But my Instagram is Freedmfit without the O, so FREEDM fit, and yeah, that's all I'm on. Oh,
Yeah.
on both Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
mainly on Instagram. Don't message me on fucking Facebook.
yeah.
Like that. I'll just be like, oh,
It's only for
cuz-
marketplace, eh?
I was like,
Yeah, that's all I use Facebook for as
whatever.
well.
Yeah,
Please.
whatever.
It's just a different crowd.
It's probably
Yeah,
just
A
like
Yeah.
different
Yes.
crowd on Facebook.
In my bio on Facebook, it says I only come on here for marketplace.
Oh, yeah.
I have a big following on Facebook, but it's,
Oh, true.
Everything just sends directly because I have a business suite, so it just sends it straight to Facebook.
Yeah.
But I think it's just that different age
Yeah.
gap. So you've got the older crowd that are on Facebook.
And it's
then-
good for businesses
Oh,
like you
100%.
on there.
Yeah.
Ads and things
Yeah.
like that, eh?
All of them, like Facebook, LinkedIn, the whole lot. You know,
Yeah.
you're just tapping into different people.
Yeah.
So how do people find you?
Instagram, Facebook, just anywhere.
So
Decor
decor
and
and
Grace.
grays. Yeah.
We'll put the things on the screen anyway.
But yeah. Thanks for shedding some knowledge, everyone.
All good.
Some interesting pasts.
Yeah, no, that was good. I enjoyed this.
That's good.
Potty was good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's good to have you on there, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
you guys
very
coming
much.
to our home and
Yeah.
doing it.
Nah,
Coming
all
all
good.
this way.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Fuck, it's a long fucking way too.
See,
All
hey,
good.
we thought we were going to Whangarei though.
yeah, hard.
We're off to Drury.
Oh, God.
No, cool.
All right. Thanks,
good.
guys.
Thanks for having
Peace.
us. See you later.
Thank you.